This speech is intended to inform you on the dangers of puppy mills and why they're unjust and should be shut down. Have you ever seen the Sarah McLachlan commercials for ASPCA with her song Angel? The sad images used in these commercials are a representation of what many dogs face every day. I advise that you are careful in where you intend to adopt your next animal. If you have a dog or are in search of one to adopt, this speech is going to have you more cautious on where to adopt in the future. Hi, my name is Kyle Lofgren and I'm a student at Mitchell Community College. When I was 10 years old, my family and I adopted two dogs from a puppy mill locally in Mooresville, North Carolina. The dogs were as sweet as could be, but they had a serious amount of health problems their whole lives that we associate with the establishment in which they were raised in. Puppy mills should be banned across the United States, and it starts with more people acknowledging the dangers that these puppy mills have. Puppy mills should be shut down because of the harmful conditions, the unethical treatment of the female dogs that breed, and because they euthanize dogs for little to no reason. First, I'll explain why puppy mills should be banned due to the harmful conditions. The harmful conditions of puppy mills with lifelong health, these puppies with lifelong health problems and diseases. The USDA does not provide enough guidelines to protect the animals that are being bred in puppy mills. According to the lastchanceforanimals.org, these facilities, most of which are inspected by the USDA, are notorious for their filthy, overcrowded, and unhealthy animals that they produce. If most of the mistreatment is happening underneath the USDA regulation guidelines, it makes it very difficult for these operations to be shut down. The USDA lack of guidelines leads to cramped spaces, lack of food and resources, and little to no veterinary care. Compared to any business, these puppy mills are trying to increase their profits. While they're trying to increase their profits, the puppies are left with less food, less veterinary care, and other resources that they need to remain healthy. I personally have been affected by the mistreatment of these animals in the past. My family, of course, adopted the two dogs that were raised at the puppy mill. They were left with lifelong problems such as diabetes, thyroid problems, and tumors. They both passed away, unfortunately, but now my family and I will never adopt a dog from a puppy mill and only choose rescue facilities. Next, I will be stating why these puppy mills treat female dogs. The treatment of the female dogs is the most disheartening part of puppy mills. The female dogs are used to breed. This means that they spend most of their lives pregnant. According to the Humane Society, the average breeding female produces 9.4 puppies in a year. These dogs are primarily only used for breeding and are pregnant most of their lives. Many of these female dogs will never be able to see the light of day and have little to no hope for adoption because many of the times after they can no longer breed, these facilities tend to euthanize these animals. And according to the Humane Society, it is estimated that 165,474 is the number of estimated dogs that are kept for breeding purposes every year in USDA regulated puppy mills. This number is absurd because most of these facilities are already overcrowded as it is, but they continue to breed more puppies for profit. Lastly, I will talk about the euthanization and what laws are in place to regulate puppy mills. The overcrowding and poor health conditions tend to lead dogs to be euthanized. This is the most outrageous part of puppy mills because their tactics is what causes these facilities to be overcrowded, and many dogs are euthanized every year that may not have any health problems, but due to overcrowding are killed. Euthanization is an aspect of puppy mills that many people are aware of. According to Ann McAdam of WECT News, 2 million dogs are euthanized across the United States every year in these shelters. Some of the dogs being bred may not survive a long time in these mills because of the poorly regulated conditions. California has made a step in laws regulating puppy mills. They banned the sale of dogs from any puppy mill. According to the IFL Science article, it's the first law of its kind in the U.S. and ensures that pet stores work alongside shelters, rescue homes, and humane breeders if they want to sell animals. This law was passed at the beginning of 2019, and yet it's the only state that it currently has this law. California is the only state to have made the right decision. More states should follow their actions. The state which I live in, North Carolina, has done little for the regularization of puppy mills. There have been attempts to pass a bill, but they have not been able to go all the way through because due to the North Carolina lawmakers. Puppy mills should be banned across the United States, and it starts with more people acknowledging the dangers of these puppy mills than what they cause to animals. Puppy mills should be shut down because of the harmful conditions, the unethical treatment of the female dogs, and the euthanized dogs for little to no reason. I hope my experiences will better help you understand the facts in this speech, and I hope I brought you a new perspective on puppy mills and that you are now aware of the dangers and unethical behavior happening to dogs just like the ones in our homes.